Hello guys! Welcome again to another episode of Geeks Out of Nowhere. Yo! Kasama na ulit natin ngayon si John. Oh. Tagal na wala ni John. Kamusta John?
Okay naman,
Parang
buhay pa.
parang ano ata napapansin ko pag wala ka si El Tindero andyan.
Hmm, wala siya, busy siya ngayon sa
Oh.
Okada.
Parang si ano no, parang ano napapansin ko pag nung lumitaw si El Tindero, biglang lumitaw din si El Grande Americano.
Hmm.
Ayun, si Eugene, no? Eugene, musta naman?
So far so good. Work lang.
Okay.
Uh,
So, yun,
Tayo
no?
resting lang.
Yeah. So, sige, pag-usapan ulit tayo ng wrestling, no? So, local scene naman tayo ng, sige, later on siguro, we will deal with WWE and WrestleMania. Pero, pag-usapan muna natin yung nakaraang events sa local wrestling scene natin dito sa Philippines, which is yung sa DexCon, WrestleStorm, tama, no, John? You covered it.
Yes.
And then, and then yung FPW Astig, first recording nila for 2025. So, sige, John, pag-usapan muna natin yung WrestleStorm. Anong kaganapan doon?
Oh, masaya naman siya. So, nasa na ba? Wala, kodigo ko ngayon. So, pinaka-highlight naman talaga doon, just to make it quick naman siguro, is yung Best Bros coming from Japan, from Choco Pro versus Super P and El Tindero. And actually, the PPV, the event started with Yoshitatsu and Jake De Leon versus, if I'm not mistaken, Fabio and Jomar. Hey, in my head, Jomar Luwanag pa rin siya. Pero okay naman siya, decent enough. I have to admit, I think the three locals carried the match more. Yoshitatsu was there. It was nice seeing him. Okay naman moves niya. But all in all, like, it was... Yun nga, mas na-feel ko yung tatlong local natin doon. At the same time, there's a storyline na nag-spin ray ni Jomar si Yoshitatsu ng Green Mist sa dulo, being mga sons of Tajiri. So it's interesting to see where that goes, if it will be a Jomar versus Yoshitatsu match. But in that instance, siguro my expectations were higher than normal. But on the flip side, so in the middle naman, may mga local talents tayo before I push through. Admittedly, medyo nakalimutan ko ng iba. I think there was a Robin Sane. Wait.
Yeah. Returning Robin Sane.
Yes. Okay, let me pull up a Codigo just to be sure. I'll just pass through everything.
Yeah.
Madalian para lang for this.
Madalian lang rin tayo sa
Madalian lang, try natin. Okay, so yeah, Jake De Leon, Fabio Makisig, and Jomar. TZK and versus David Rabena and Aaron Liwanag for the championships. Ganda. So si David Rabena, matagal na hinahabol tong David Tag Team Championships. Aaron Liwanag, I think first time niya, siguro this is a way to compensate for his loss from the main event picture, main event title picture sa Puso Wrestling. So they were able to get the win after some shenanigans. Apparently kasama na nila si Chelsea, I forgot the other two, but they're like
Kurt Angeles saka si Stancy.
Yes. Diba? So sila
the new MSG.
Yeah. It was a fun match naman, kinda hardcore. But it's good. I'm finally happy na favorite part ko was saying kay David Rebe na congratulations, Perbu. And then we have a Pusong Pinoy Wrestling Championship, Main Max versus Dr. Gore. It's okay. I'm still in the fence on Main Max. Okay naman siya so far. Dr. Gore, natutuwa ako kasi the longer things go, the more parang nagiging part na siya ng local roster natin. He's always there. Sa dulo ng event, sobrang galit siya kay matchmaker Linus for some reason. But like nakibugbog siya, hino-hold back pa siya nila JDL. So it's nice seeing someone who with his talents actually being part of the local roster.
Yeah.
But it's okay. But honestly, the main event, Super Friends versus Best Bros. So this one, I wasn't familiar with Best Bros. I tried researching about them a bit sa Choco Pro. But as I said, wala akong tiyaga manood sa YouTube ng mga matches. So,
It's,
dito, like, alam mo yung,
sino yung
I knew they were foreign,
Choco
Choco Pro.
Choco Pro. Si
Yes.
May Suruga and Balian Aki, tama ba?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, yes. I'm guessing they have like a tie-up with them nga. So, dito, like, mataas naman yung expectation ko but not so high. Like, kasi hindi ko nga sila kilala, but in my head, foreign talent lang na sa Japanese side, like, this would be decent naman. Super Friends, admittedly, I was like, I know their talent individually, but like, hindi masyado napupush yung tag team action sa local wrestling scene for me. Well, at least sa Puso Wrestling sa side ko. But man, this match was insane. Like, yes, it started with 1-on-1, but eventually nag-devolve na ang raming 2x2. Merong isang move yung Best Bros na si Balian Aki. Hihintayin niya si May Suruga. May Suruga runs around the ring. Balian catches her, raises her up, and then drops her for a coup de grace. Kung sino man nakahiga, usually si Super P. And it was like, twice nilang ginawa. Sobrang ganda ng move. Tapos meron pa silang Goro move na ang awkward tingnan na May Suruga climbs on top of Balian. So, apat na yung arms nila, tapos binubugbog nila yung kalaban nila. And admittedly, it's kinda awkward, but it's fun. Like, it's a very fun wrestling show. May just flies all over the place. Balian just dominates. Kudos to El Katipunero and Super P, and medyo nagigilty nga ako kasi ang rami nag-cheer for Super P, but El Katipunero was underrated in this match, but they more than held their part in this match, and it's definitely a must-watch. I thought na Zack Sabre and JDL, nothing can come close na match, but like, admittedly, Super Friends versus Best Bros, if may chance kayo mapanood, lalo na sa, I think they're on Thriller TV, like, you definitely have to at least try it out kasi ang galing. And it gives me hope talaga na this company will keep on doing stuff like this. And I like it kasi on the Super Friends side, it gives them more international exposure, more experience against more experienced wrestlers. So, ganda. Like, by the end of it, everyone was shouting, "Sulit bayad, this is awesome," and all of that. And hindi siya exaggeration. So, I'm glad they closed the show with a tag team match, which I didn't expect I would be so complimentary about. But, yeah, ang ganda.
Yeah. Lalo na lang, no, dito, papansin ko lang is that, yung Puso and Dexcon and will always share the roster, their rosters.
Yes.
So, parang, for me, para papansin ko ngayon, yung Puso is, hindi siya ganun ka, dito, yung Puso Wrestling, which is considered as the main, main promotion ng mga nasa rosters na to. Parang, it's at least taken a backseat kasi more, Dexcon is more, ngayon, Dexcon and Wu are more, present, and they have events ngayon
Halos like all events are Puso Wrestling events in the sense na they share the storylines, they share the main event championship. Like yan, sabihin mo, yes, the Southeast Asian Tag Championships are Wu, but then it's being fought in the Dexcon and nag-change yan. So I feel like at this point, it's just a different flavor every month. Now with Dexcon leaning more towards having international stars. Pag Puso, it's just the local. Pag Wu, medyo mas hardcore. Kaya nga pag makikita mo lalo si Fabio Macusig sa Wu, like ang intense yung itsura niya sa posters nila versus somewhere like yung sa Wrestle Storm 2, medyo friendly pa yung mukha niya, medyo nagpapatawa, pero pag sa Wu, mukha siyang ganun. So, I think different flavors, but you're right, it's not exactly taking a backseat but bleeds into a monthly show with separate themes. Parang ganun yung feel ko sa kanya.
Another thing, no, kailan kayo magkakaroon ng laban si Matchmaker Linus versus Matchmaker Miguel Navarro?
Matatawa na lang ako matuloy mo niya. Like, sobrang binubugbog lang lagi si Matchmaker.
Sino Matchmaker? Si Linus?
Si Linus. Like, nag 316 day nung WrestleStorm 2.
Yeah.
Binigyan siya ng Stone Cold Stunner ni si Robin Sane ba o si JDL? O si Fabio ba? Nakalimutan ko.
Tinitignan ko parang JDL ata eh.
Mm.
Oh, tas tulog si ano.
Tapos like all throughout like 10 minutes yata tulog lang siya. Tapos binubugbog siya behind the scenes ni Dr. Gore. Like hindi ko talaga alam anong storyline doon. Pakilit na galit si Dr. Gore.
Sorry wrong. Si Robin Saint pala yung nagbigay. Ano. Chine-check ko ngayon sa page nila.
yeah, parang yun yung mas naalala ko nga. But yeah, it was fun. Admitted, siguro plug ko na rin yung mga upcoming shows nila.
Yeah.
Underground Wrestling. I think yung pinaka-highlight dito is they'll be bringing in Tudokan.
Yeah.
Yung Japanese store, so I'm curious kung anong merch nila. They're bringing in 3 Japanese wrestlers. 2 of them medyo matagal, medyo luma na, well, not luma, medyo matanda na. One of them medyo mukhang intense. I don't know any of them, so it'll be interesting to see kung kamusta sila.
The Rockheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But admittedly, part of the reason kung ba't ako manonood rin is the hope na bumalik na si Razael.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen him. And of course, kasi pag manood ka, priority ka sa SVIP for the main event, which is Dakila.
Yeah, Dakila.
And we'll have Zack Sabre Jr. and El Fantasmo. So, admittedly, I'm not familiar with El Fantasmo beyond what I saw sa wiki, but from what I've seen, mukhang magaling siya. And of course, I've seen Zack Sabre Jr. and ibang level talaga. So, it'll be interesting to see kung kamusta sila as a tag team. And sayang lang kasi yung tag team sa Wu, which is Fabio Makisig and Jake De Leon versus Nigel and Robin Sane.
Nawala si John.
Princess F.
Pero si Eugene, okay ka pa lang.
Okay pa ako dito.
Yan, nawawala ka, John. Low.
So,
ayan.
That's what I'm really looking forward to sa Dakila.
Ayun. Yeah, bigla kang naghang.
Naghang ba ako?
Oo.
Hanggang saan ako?
Oo.
Nigel San Jose, Robin Sane, Fabio Makisig.
Yeah, so they have a tag team to determine kung
Dakila.
sino paglaban kay Zack Sabre Jr. and El Fantasmo and
no offense. Sa Master Clash pala to.
Sa Master Clash, not ano yung Dakila?
Dakila is Dexcon. This bukas itong
yung Master Clash So sa Master Clash, Jake De Leon, Fabio Makisig will fight Robin Sane and Nigel to determine who will fight Zack Sabre and El Fantasmo sa Dakila. And I don't know, it's kind of obvious who will win. And I think Fabio really deserves it. But sayang lang medyo like I was hoping maybe someone like Robin Sane. Si Robin Sane kasi I feel like deserves more push. Like he's just insane when he's in the ring. He's like all over the place. So, but yeah, admittedly, Dakila is the one I'm looking more forward to just because I want to see these two again. I want to see Zack Sabre again and I want to see El Fantasmo. And nakakatawa lang. So, that's on my side.
Tinitignan ko yung lineup for Master Clash. Yung Rockheads dito, putik na yan. Natatawa ko sa Fugu Fugu Yume. Kamukha ni Michael V.
Grabe.
Oo nga, promise.
Tingnan ko nga.
Tingnan mo yung poster. Kamukha ni Michael V.
Adik.
Diba? Si Biti.
Kilala mo si Sanshu?
Sanshu, I'm not yet familiar with Sanshu.
Mukhang nakakatakot siya. Feel ko, I'm guessing it's gonna be Sanshu versus Jomar just because it's a open challenge and walang kalaban.
Yun delikado yung mga in-action na yan Later on, pag-uusapan natin yung mga in-action na yan. Sige, dito. Master Clash featuring, yun nga dito, hindi gaano na yung Puso Wrestling Championship Hindi na-aangat yung prestige niya.
Yun nga like yan, main Max versus El Catiponero, like I don't know, like I feel like I wish manalo si ayoko mag-badmouth eh. Kasi nga, like, I want to support local wrestling. But so far, it's kulang na oomph sa akin yung main event. Like, yeah, there's a championship match. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
hopefully they would improve the talaga. Siguro pagdating sa Puso Wrestling, yung mismong Puso Wrestling
yeah.
Shows, yung i-showcase talaga is the championship.
Yes, hopefully sa yung nga rin ang ko, like, bakit sa best sa West WrestleStorm 2, the second to the last match was Joya versus Ligaya yata. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, why is this even second to the like I get Best Bros and Super Friends are the last match kasi you have this international guest here, but like hindi ba dapat yung main championship yung second to the last at the very least? So like it's kind of weird. So mukhang dito ganun rin mangyari. I don't know if it's second to the last or isisingit nila Joya versus Chelsea Marina. I don't know, like I can see 3 out of the matches here na pwede interesting, but we'll see. Like, you're right. Like, yung Puso Wrestling, parang it's taking a backseat. Lalo yung championship, it should be way higher on the card. Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. That ends our discussion with, Dexcon, Dexcon WrestleStorm, and looking forward to the shows for Dexcon and WoW. Okay, so yun na yung memorable match mo, no? Yung kay yung the main tag team.
Like, alam mo, I think if wala nun, baka I might be speaking more about the other matches, but after that match, like, hard not to highlight that match, man.
Yeah. Okay, sige. And then we move on for the FPW Astig first episode of 2025 or first live show nila for 2025. Eugene, your turn naman. Anong masabi mo for
Heartbreaking. Sobrang heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Ang daming ups and downs, very emotional roller coaster siya kasi maraming mga graduates na una yung mga graduates tulad ni Mayor Vico Soto si Joshua Elevista.
Yeah, Joshua Elevista.
Elevate wala pang penetration, joke. Ginagaya ko lang si Elevate daw magaling siya kasi ni Thiago, no. I feel like may prediction ako na somewhere along the line feeling ko nire-ready na nila yung babyface turn ni Thiago. No? Surprise return, no? Actually, hindi ako na-surprise kay Rex Lawin.
Yeah, Rex
showing
Lawin.
Up sa talagang pero surprising na alam ko darating siya, hindi ko lang alam kung at some point kasi din nila pinost kung anong match sino lalabanan niya. Ang akala ko nga si Thiago lalabanan niya.
Kaya nga
Thiago, ganyan.
Ang biglang in-action si Sam Baltasar pero yung kalaban pala niya si Rex Lawin.
Rex Lawin talagang una labas yan si Sam Baltasar. Sino kalaban nito? Yung biglang umano yung Agila parang lahat nag-pop talagang pop at kasi tumantawa sila na nagbalik si Rex Lawin.
Yeah.
Apparently pala pulling the curtain back, sabi nga ni Mike Madrigal. Si Mike Madrigal pala ang isa sa mga people na
nagkumbinsi.
Nagkumbinsi kay Mike kay Rex Lawin. I don't know what happened over there pero binebenta na daw yung
binibenta na ni Rex Lawin yung wrestling gear niya kay Mike. That's the story. And then yun nga, and later on sabi ni Mike kay Rex na hindi practice ka dito. That's why we're seeing reveal na rin natin total lumabas na rin si Rex Lawin. We were able to see Rex Lawin on several shows ng FPW, and at the same time we were able to see some pictures of Rex Lawin practicing together with FPW roster.
Yes.
So yun, if you're a hardcore local wrestling fan, mapapansin mo bigla siyang nandun Tapos mapapaisip ka na bakit siya andun? And then, yun nga, nung na-launch yung Puso Wrestling, wala siya dun sa lineup ng rosters.
Yeah.
Wala siya sa lineup eh. Yun yung isa sa, ano ko eh, parang, may iba dito lilipat, for sure. Hindi natin
honestly, bagay si Rex Lawin nga sa FPW.
Bagay siya.
Yeah.
Kasi sobrang insane ni Rex Lawin. Mas insane si Rex Lawin dito kasi, ewan ko, parang mas, kasi ang laki niyang mama, nag-enzugiri siya para 3 beses. No,
Saka dito, he's bringing his yung style niya sa MWF, his binabalik niya or he's bringing it to the FPW show.
Roster. So, and grabe.
Yeah. And yun nga dito, it's also nice to see Ronnie, Veronica Litton watching with us sa FPW. Oo.
Pwede ba natin yun dito?
Shoutout natin si Ronnie.
Shoutout po, Ronnie.
Shoutout to Ronnie. Yeah, like seeing her.
Yes.
Yeah, as a fan. Yeah. Yun nga. So, and then also, ang pagbabalik ni Marky.
Marky bro.
Bro.
Shoutout sa'yo, bro. We love you. Welcome back. Kayong dalawa ni Rex Lawin.
Yeah.
Insane match ang pinakita nila. Grabe si Ralph. Suplex and then diamond cutter. Pagka suplex yung gano'n, rumolyo siya ulit, tas bang!
Yeah.
Knock-out si Marky bro eh.
Pero bumalik eh. Yeah. Isipin mo na lang rin na dito, Marky and para for me, that's one of the two of the highlights of the shows eh. Dito, the return of Rex Lawin and Marky. Marky kasi he came from an accident, natagasaan siya ng tricycle. And sobrang basag yung binti niya. As in. And it took him more than a year to recover and go back. That's why yung sa Secret Show, napansin natin na medyo nag-aano na siya eh. Yeah, tumutulong siya. Pero kung mapapansin mo sa socials niya, he's practicing, his training na din, and then yun nga, eventually he returned to FPW.
Alam mo, nakakatawa doon, kaya natin siya every show. Ano ka sir, kamusta ako? Matagal pa. Tagal pa. Tapos maya, nung FPW show, biglang kakai bros. Pop na naman yung
pop yung crowd.
Pop yung crowd eh.
Yeah.
Grabe. Great 10 out of 10 match. And then
nanalo siya.
Nanalo siya. First win din. Nauna si James, pero nauna si James. Pero tropa na ata sila, so okay na yun.
Then another highlight of the match, alam ko, isa sa mga favorite ni John sa FPW si Legendarius the Great.
Legendarius the Great.
Yeah. Story time, Legendarius the Great was he was inserted to the main roster because of how great he delivers his promos.
Galing mic skills niya.
Mic skills.
Si Boss Red na mismo parang graduate na natin yan. Graduate na nila. And kinuha nila si Alan Bordeos tsaka si
to become his enforcers. Pero
kamikaze muna then
pero this time natalo siya sa match niyan kay James Idol Martinez.
Strategic talaga yung throat cups ni Idol eh.
Ayun nga pala, nakalimutan nga pala natin yung match ni Dax and AB3 at the start of the main show.
Main event, yes.
Yeah.
Maganda yung match. Gusto ko na yung bagong intro ni ngayon. Michael Jordan ba yun?
LeBron actually. LeBron yun.
Basketball player eh. Basketball player. Naka-jerseys, sweatbands. Kulang lang magdala siya basketball sa ring.
Maganda yung I feel that the story was still compelling kasi dito yun yung they still develop the storyline and then yung kabang-abang kasi dito alam mo yun yung ano, yung psychology ni Legendarius the Great is that binigay yung nanalo ka na nga pero at my mercy, 'di ba? Kasi by disqualification nanalo si Dax Javiera. Kasi through yung pangingialam ni Jason Rex. So ayun nga, nanalo si Dax at the mercy of Legendarius the Great. So parang okay.
Sa online nga, ang lalim, nag-English na ng malalim si Dax Javier. Niyurakan yung aking win.
English or Tagalog?
Yung yurakan yung niyurakan yung parang sabi ko, pare, lalim nun. Okay yun. Dahil tayo sa main event natin siguro. Main events?
Tarito, masabi ko lang is Quattro really deserves his flowers as one of the as a heel. Grabe yung hindi, saka bigay natin rin yung yung flowers kay Robin because grabe yung brutal beatings na she took from the Yolo Twins and even from Quattro. Kasi ito dyan sabihin ko lang si Robin kasi yung the only one of the women in FPW's roster. She took a bump dun sa mismong platform. Sinuplex siya dun sa mismong platform ng Yolo Twins. Grabe yun. And then later on throughout the match, grabe yung parusa na as in she's taking chops from Quattro na wow. Grabe. And then
nagpa-cellphone pa sila
nakakatawa doon yung cellphone ng Yolo Twins. Binigay
shout out kay Kelvin, siya yung cameraman noon. Yolo Twins, if you're baka naman.
Yung uncut version.
Uncut version. Joke lang. Pinost nila sa social media nila yan Here, take my phone. That's ganyan. Galing. Cinematographer yun, pare.
Absolute cinema.
Ang tagal nung phone nila sa amin. Titikon na namin at that point, parang, ay, yun ma, nasa TV na. Yellow phone. Give me my phone. I forgot my phone. Nakakatawa yun.
Ano pa ba? And then later on the match between Mike Madrigal versus Chino Ginto. Chino Ginto won fair and square. And
fair and square.
And I think Chino deserves that win. It's one of the toughest matches ni Chino Ginto to be honest kasi it's against Mike Madrigal. Mike Madrigal.
Top dog siya. Tsaka napansin ko, may mga bagong moves na binibigay si Mike.
Yeah.
May mga kickboxing. Nagulat ako yung 3-hit combo Parang...
Yeah. 3-hit combo. Yung dalawang suntok tapos isang sipa sa leg.
Oo. The best niya ginagawa. Tapos ang lakas nila mag-headbang
Yeah. And then yun dito. After that match, Quattro interfered again, and then Boss Red Oliero with his machinations instructed the FPW the referee that after the after the Mike Madrigal Chino Ginto match, nag-proceed agad to the number 1 contender match between Chino Ginto and Quattro, which isipin mo yon, grabe na ngayong parusa na tinake ni Chino Ginto against Mike Madrigal. Tapos sasamahan mo pa ng dalawang kupal na tatlo. Between Quattro and the Yolo Twins.
Plus libad pa doon. Chair shot there. We have chair shots now, ladies and gentlemen, in FPW Stig. Also, sabihin ko lang for the full roster, mag-ingat kayo please. We don't want another like CTE stories and
Yeah.
Just do it safe, I guess. Ika nga nila, pero yun lang.
And then what happened there was an unfortunate event for Chino Ginto. We didn't know if really he raised talaga his shoulders before the count out, 'di ba?
Mabagal yung ganun.
Mabagal. 2
3
3
Everyone
kahit yung ref, yeah. Everyone was stunned.
Mabagal yung something, it's either something went wrong or part siya ng show. Pero either way, it's a sad day kasi eto na yung wager. Will Chino Ginto retire? Kasi yung the wound is already there. Cuatro was kinda, if you guys watch Inglourious Bastards, alam niyo yung scene na yung bullet wound ginanon ni Brad Pitt. Yeah, ganun yung ginawa ni Cuatro technically kasi pina-force niya na mag-retire si
Chino Ginto.
Gagagawa siya. And yes, umiiyak si Chino no. Lahat actually kami umiiyak na kami kasi
yeah.
He really wanted Chino to win. And it's sad na he persevered all throughout. Saka na chair shot na siya, na Destino, na low blow. Tapos he kept kicking out.
But at that last moment, he didn't.
At that moment, he's still trying kasi it was not enough na. I think,
yeah, go. Sorry.
Hindi siya magre-retire. Hindi pa siya magre-retire dito. If he does, it's either baka magpapasulpot-sulpot na lang siya. Parang backstage shoot, gano'n. Pero I don't know, feeling ko hindi pa. Feeling ko sasama siya with Mike Sandaloni, Mike against the
Vandals.
The Vandals. Or Thiago would join in kasi technically, if you look at what is happening kay Thiago, pagkatapos niyang sino kay Jeffrey?
Ewan ko. Pero pagkatapos niyang mabugbog with ni Rocco Nasino, yung
ni Rocco Nasino. Shoutout din pala, we got a celebrity in the FPW audience.
Actually, hindi nga nakilala yung isa pang celebrity doon eh. Si Ian, yung kasama ni Ninong Rai.
Yeah,
yung cameraman ni Ninong Rai, tayo lang yung nakakilala.
Hindi, ikaw lang nakakilala.
Oo. Fan ako ni Ninong Rai.
Ako rin eh. Kasi hindi ko siya napapansin.
Oo.
Sorry po ulit, Sir Ian.
Shout out to Sir Ian.
Shout out sa inyo, sir. Pero sorry lang, hindi ko nakilala. Si Sir Jomar nakakilala sa inyo. Okay, sorry. Just gonna say, siguro shot na ni Lester yun. Yung shot ni Lester, linis eh. Shout out din kay Lester, the Pinoy Roman Reigns. Maganda yung shot niya nung nag-front splash si Rocco Nasino.
Yeah.
Grabe.
It look really decent naman.
Look pretty decent. Malupit talagang wrestling is probably gonna bleed on the mainstream. And it's gonna be good. Sabi niya, manood daw tayo ng Lolong. Hindi ko alam po rin. Sorry po.
Sige, what are your thoughts? Yun nga, nasabi mo na. What are your thoughts na lang? Kasi on what would happen on the next FPW Astig. Kasi, where this April, meron pang secret show, the secret base. Niyayaya ko nga si John eh, kasi malapit lang. Along sa matalino lang siya.
Wala high flying moves kasi baba nung ceiling eh.
Walang high flying moves.
Dati mo yung next, shoutout kay Sam Baltasar. Ingat next time.
Yeah. Kudos rin pala kay Sam Baltasar for he's ang ganda ng pagkakasell niya sa mga moves ni Rex Lawin. As in talagang it made Rex Lawin a ferocious wrestler again. And kudos rin kay Sam kasi yun nga, ang ganda rin ng niya. Yung hindi lang niya na-elevate si Rex, pati rin yung sarili niya kasi he was able to really match up with some of the moves of Rex Lawin.
Also, shoutout din kay Duke.
Kay Duke Ortega. Ganda rin ng match nila ni Kali. Contrasting styles.
Tinanong ko yung sir, hindi namin na-experience yung makadagundong na powers na.
Oo.
Napagalitan ako eh.
Napagalitan siya. Oo. Nasabihan siya. Yeah, kasi dito for context lang, no. During one of FPW Astig ba yun or Unfinished Business? Hindi. Yeah. Unfinished Business.
Unfinished Business.
Sino
pala si Proximo?
Si Sam Baltasar ulit. He was he executed this devastating power bomb that it really somehow broke the ring ng FPW.
Karon ng bump yung ring eh. Sabi ni Ralph, when we interviewed Ralph, sabi niya, talagang sinasadya niya yun eh. Kasi ako yung susunod na match, nakakainis eh.
Yeah. Parang...
Basta yun, yun napagsabihan pala siya nun. Ako nga naman.
Yeah, but Duk sa cool dude. Duk Ortega
sa cool dude.
Yeah. Pero yeah, he's but a menace in the ring.
menace in the ring.
Mm-mm.
Grabe. Also, ayan, ang predictions ko for FPW Astig, feeling ko Thiago will snap na. Kasi gusto niya talaga, feeling ko pag nakikita niya siguro si Quattro being the main guy na ni Red and hindi na siya na yung bagong plaything ni Red, si Quattro na.
Mm-mm.
I think that would make him snap. Kasi, bakit siya na naman yun? Di ba dapat ako? Hindi ko ganun eh.
Gawan mo ng meme yan. Kasi pasa mo sa sa Discord channel. Yung Toy Story.
Toy Story. Toy Story.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I don't want to play with you anymore. Parang ganun eh. It's either he would join up with Chino and Mike, or he would run solo. Kasi malakas naman si Thiago eh.
Pero kupal pa rin siya dito, inano pa rin niya si tinulungan niya si Joshua Elevista, pero alam mo yon, he's being brash about tinulungan ko na nga, talo pa rin eh. Di ba?
Okay lang. Kumbaga parang ako, feeling ko, ganun talaga eh. Parang nakikita ko yung seniority niya eh. Pushing through. Ako, I'm waiting for him to rise up. Be a champ. Be the, kahit nila people's champ eh. Maging heel lang siya. All he wants.
Yeah.
I'm still game.
Yeah.
For me kasi Thiago has this nagigets combat. Gustong-gusto siya ni Mandy. Unang-una, magaling talaga siya magaling talaga siya in-ring. Promo din, magaling din siya magsalita. Appearances niya, pag tinitignan ko siya, hindi siya yung may indie-rific vibe pa rin, pero hindi eh. May parang next level na yung vibe niya eh. For us, for at that time, siya yung pinaka-rookie nila eh, diba?
Yeah.
Thiago Gibro ang pinaka-rookie nila at that, nung mga early days ng FPW. May na siya eh. Kumbaga, nung napanood ko siya nung first tapings, nandun na siya sa level na parang rising star siya eh. Yun yung napansin ko kay Thiago. Parang nasa level na agad siya nila Kali, Quattro. Hindi ko nga alam na pala siya. Kumbaga at that point, rookie pala siya. Hindi eh. Hindi ko na nakita yun eh. Sabihin natin sila Joshua, si Roxy, sino yung mga, si Proximo, ganyan. Sino na makikita mo pa sa kanila na, medyo bago pa to. Kay Thiago, nung una ko siya napanood, hindi ko na nakita yun. Parang nakita ko si Thiago, goods na siya eh.
Well, feeling ko naman kasi matagal na rin siya nagte-train nun. Yeah. If ever we have a chance of interviewing Thiago, maybe we could ask him those things, no? So, yeah, ever we could invite him in the show. So, yun. Ayun pala, no?
Thiago, baka naman.
And pala, pag-usapan na lang natin. Number 1 contender Quattro versus Jeff Cobb. For a bit of context, Quattro faced Jeff Cobb already in triple threat match together with Chris Panzer or kailan to? PWR Homecoming. That was around 2018, 20 or 2019 to be, yeah. Kailan ba nagkaroon ng show yung WWE live dito? Yung last 2019 daw ba? Yeah, 2019. Okay. And then yun nga yeah, they were able to si Chris Panzer pa nun yung PWR champion, and then on that event Quattro was able to win that championship from Chris Panzer and Jeff Cobb. And yun nga, if someone knew if there's someone in the FPW roster who knows how to win against Jeff Cobb, it's definitely Quattro. Because Jeff Cobb has a score to settle against Quattro. Even though it's a triple threat pa noon, no, a win is a win. So definitely, pero hindi natin alam pa kung kailan yung susunod na FPW show.
May.
Feeling ko rin May.
Kasi kung 'di ba nung February sila nag-show ng secret show.
Yeah.
And then yun lang.
And then yun nga there are rumors pa of Jeff Cobb being in the internal roster of WWE. Which is parang if rumors are true, then maybe, diba?
Clock is ticking for the championship belt of the FPW roster.
Diba? Pero those are just rumors pa lang naman. Hindi pa natin sure kung totoo na Jeff Cobb will be moving to WWE, diba? But yeah, it's a great thing if he will be in WWE. He would be with Shotzi Blackheart and sino pa yung isang Pinoy doon na Mexican, si sa LWO.
Selena Gomez. Selena Peg.
Selena Gomez.
Zelina Vega. Hindi, this is Selena Vega.
Puerto Rican siya.
Puerto Rican pala.
Si Joaquin Fox pa something.
Si Fit Miss Filipina yung nasa sa IG. Ano mo tayo yun?
Yung isa si yun nga, kakasabi ko lang, si Shotzi. But yeah, she's not yet appearing in WWE TV.
Yeah, hindi na siya nagpapakita So, what's gonna happen to her? May bago, ewan ko sino yung pangalan niya, may bagong Filipina sa roster.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's a bodybuilder. Pero, all is good for the Bayang Magilid.
Yung Filipino meme.
Filipino pride. Sama ka sa tayo tatlo kasi si Jeff Cobb na yun. The WWE.
Sa liwa dito pala ako. Yan.
Yan ba yung sa LFG? Ano siya? Korean-Filipina wrestler?
Oo, sa LFG.
Si Lay something. Pero
hindi po namin yung kilala, pero hi!
Hindi pa nakilala. I don't think she will win the show as much as I want her to win.
Medyo pa siya. Medyo hilaw pa yung niya.
Medyo hilaw. Personality-wise, it's okay. Mas nagsashine yung taga-Australia actually .
Yeah,
Pinapalag ko kasi siya right now and okay naman siya na show.
Saan mo pinapanood?
I download sa Dailymotion.
Sa Dailymotion. Sige. Ako rin. Meron, I won't tell kung saan ko pwede papanoorin, pero yeah. May mga nakikita na ako pwedeng source. Okay.
Yeah.
Sige, after this, pag-usapan naman natin na yung WWE. We're just weeks away from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And yun nga, bago natin pag-usapan yan. I-promote muna natin yung watch party natin together with Mandy ng Pipecast Podcast. So, you guys, we will have our WrestleMania watch party again sa Hobby Stadium for WrestleMania Night 1 and 2. So, if ever guys, please register na sa ilalagay namin yung details sa comment section or even on the description para makapag-register kayo. So yun. I think 400 plus lang ata yung yung ating day 1 or day 2 tickets, pero pag day 1 hindi pag parehas na araw nyo binook yan, around 800 plus lang din. So with free drinks na rin, with free drink na yan. Isang
also add ko lang, magagawa ako ng promo doon, Power of Doom. Magbibigay ako ng 5-3, mag-ano lang muna ako. Magpapagames ako, ladies and gents. Bring me, joke lang. Magpapa-wrestling trivia ako. Siguro maganda, bigyan niyo na ako ng magandang wrestling trivia na pwede kong anuhin.
Yeah.
Itanong, no? Yun, magpapa-wrestling trivia ako. Kung sino makakuha ng wrestling trivia correctly. May isa kayong libreng copy ng Power of Doom Vendetarama Part 1. Remix.
Yeah. Ako rin, magpapa-premyo din ako. Pero di ko sabihin ko anong premyo.
Siguro after the show na siguro, iniisip kong commercial or after the show.
Ako, bibigyan ko sarili ko ng premyo after ng WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Pero for night 1 lang ako. For night 1 lang ako.
Ako,
night ko, busy pa. So,
yun nga. Pero yun nga, paalalahanan ko yung mga tao dito na for night 2, which is one day, siguraduhin nyo mag-file kayo ng leave. VL or ewan ko kung i-file yung SL, bahala kayo, basta mag-file kayo ng leave. Yeah, file kayo ng leave for April 21 para
also tuloy. Congratulations CM Punk for finally
yun
main eventing night 1?
Night 1.
Yes.
Night 1.
Okay, sorry, medyo na masira ko yung vibe. Ulitin natin. CM Punk, congratulations for finally main eventing WrestleMania Night 1.
So, yeah. Ganda ng promo na yan, Ganda ng dito. Ang ganda ng sequence na yan, no? And well, pinanood ko yung yung full segment na yan via YouTube. It's a good
Nagtataka nga ako kasi like pag may multiple videos na nirelease si WWE noon. Yung iba 4 minutes, yung iba 3 minutes, tapos yung full video 7 minutes. Sabi ko,
17. Actually 17.
Yeah. Anong difference sa 17 minutes sa 4 minutes, 3 minutes? Tara guys, ang haba pala kasi ng entrances nila.
Yeah, oo. Saka yung cheer ng crowd.
Yeah.
They're soaking. Roman Reigns.
Tapos kailangan, grabe, European fans are
wild.
The best fans kasi you will never hear those chants ever in US.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Alam mo kung saan mo maririnig yung ganong cheer sa Europe. Every football game. So talagang kaya ganun ang pag-cheer nila sa mga, even in basketball or any sport in general. Basta dito, they have that culture of sabihin nating ultras culture. They have these kinds of mga default or mga cheers
chants na nila,
or chants.
US audience, step up, man, step up.
Wag puro what lang saka USA.
May iba pang chants, guys. Come on. Step up.
US fans kasi sobrang spoiled na. Like, they've had WWE for a long time. Europe, it's been a while. So, like, I feel like pag pumunta rin WWE sa Pilipinas, I think kaya rin naman natin maging well-being.
Also, mga kapwa Pilipino fans. Kapag
yung janitor Pilipino.
Pag pumunta sila dito, gusto ko lang paniguraduhin natin na lahat ng mga wrestlers na kahit yung local wrestlers natin, bigyan natin sila ng 100% energy natin. Kasi deserve nila yun. Yeah. They bleed, they sweat, they cry on that ring as hard as they can, and they deserve every chant they can get.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lasa. Nag-promo ako.
Nagulat na ako
Nice promo.
Nasa show ba tayo?
Anyway, no, tarito, maganda yung lineup natin ngayon for WrestleMania. Actually, tarito, napaka-unpredictable bigla nung WrestleMania natin kasi because of what happened during the shows. Biglang nagkaroon ng title switch and then 'di ba? Title switches kalagitnaan ng WrestleMania season and then ano pa ba? Hanggang ngayon nga meron pang title match 'di ba? Between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. 'Di ba? So hindi pa nila ginawang triple threat yun for
I think LA Knight versus Braun Strowman.
For the US Championship. So
medyo down.
Si my boy
Jacob
Braun Breaker versus sino ba kukunin niya? Si Penta and my boy Penta, no? Tsaka my boy si Dom.
Ewan ko nga pero parang Finn Balor is also targeting
the IC.
Yeah, the IC Intercontinental
and I want him to win, like he needs to win.
Finn, aim higher. Aim higher.
Pero
I'm sorry, but aim higher.
Wala.
Pero feeling ko naman baka he's targeting, yun nga, he would win this IC belt. Ewan ko lang kung panalo sa kanya.
Si Dom yan manalo.
Si Dom.
Si Dom, ako gusto rin siya manalo in the case of bigyan niyo naman siya ng belt kasi he's been working. Kaso nga lang, gusto ko naman
nabigyan naman siya North American title
sa NXT. Seryoso?
Oh,
yeah.
NXT nga lang.
So parang gusto kong bigyan ng belt si Dom. Pero gusto ko rin siya bigyan ng sobrang menace. Alam mo yun? Kasi pag tinignan mo si Dom, parang totoy.
Yeah.
Totoy pa rin siya. Gusto ko siya magkaroon ng belt kapag yung, alam mong deserve na niya na menace siya. Parang si Edge. Nakikita ko siya si Edge, pero yun yung Edge na hilaw pa. Parang ganun. Pag nakikita ko si Dom, parang, alam mo yun, Edge-like.
Yeah.
Pero gusto ko siya, umabot mo na ng, alam mo yun, parang, ma-elevate pa siya na todo na pag tinignan siya, threat siya. Threat si Dom. Parang pag nilabanan niya si Gunter, like, grabe, magiging magandang match to. Hindi na talaga pag Dom tsaka Gunter, kawawa to si Dom.
I think that already happened.
Di ba parang, nung nangyari yan, di ba parang, wala na to si Gunter.
Feeling ko may trauma si Dom sa mga belt kasi 'di ba pinalo siya ng belt ni Rey Mysterio. 'Di ba?
Di ka magkaroon ng belt.
Ito lang a lot of people sa internet are now parang having a pity on Jey Uso pagkatapos na light-laitin si Jey Uso. Because he's not main eventing na WrestleMania night 1.
That's
like anong thoughts nyo doon?
Ako?
Yes.
I think dito it doesn't really matter naman kung he's going to main event WrestleMania. Dito kasi tignan mo, ang ganda ng match ni Seth Rollins saka ni Drew McIntyre. Diba? Nung WrestleMania 40. For the World Heavyweight Championship. I think dito siguro kasi because yung moniker nga ni Jey Uso na main event as a main event Jey Uso, 'di ba? Tapos hindi ka magiging main event sa WrestleMania. Parang is not your moniker doesn't serve you. Kumbaga,
mid-card upper mid-card Jey Uso. Sorry.
Grabe.
Pero ganun pa rin talaga feeling ni Jey. Yun yung thing. Like, yes, he's widely popular, pero hindi pa siya.
I think lang yung pwede naman kasi siyang maging main eventer. Ang problema lang is yung storyline niya ngayon against Gunther. Hindi ganun ka-develop. And yun nga dito, kung tutuusin rin kasi dito, siguro kung pinasok later on lang nila pinapasok ngayon si Jimmy sa kwento nito, sa storyline nila ni Gunther and hopefully nga ma-develop pa yun further kasi I think Jimmy is the missing link to make this to make the story between Gunther and Jey Uso become more interesting. Yun lang ano. Yeah. And I think nakuha ko tong ano na to. Thinking na to kay Zanti Zap. Shout out to Zanti Zap.
Sa akin kasi parang it's not a bad idea na hindi laging Royal Rumble winner yung main event.
Oo. Nasanay lang tayo.
Yeah. Pero like, we've had like someone like Alberto Del Rio na Royal Rumble winner, hindi naman main event.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, yung pinalit na main event, highly deserving, man.
Yeah.
Like, medyo inis ako na mali yung hula ko all this time na it's gonna be Punk versus Rollins versus Drew. But, sige, fine.
Pero at least interesting rin naman yung match ni ni Damian Priest at Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Diba?
Pero sayang lang kasi medyo kumukulo na tong tatlo for a while. Nagulat ako walang triple threat na blow off sa tatlong to .
Ngayon lang.
So sino na maglalabang yun? Damian tsaka si
Damian and Drew McIntyre.
Sino dalawa lang?
Oo.
Yes.
Marquee match.
Alright.
Not as interesting as it would have been.
Yeah, I know. Kasi nangyari na yun
Yeah.
Ulit-ulit nangyari yun.
Kasi nga, lalo na after the SummerSlam main event, talaga, kasi I like listening to old, yung mga promo nila Punk, nila Drew, nila Rollins, and talagang kita mo, like, they were dropping hints na, eventually this three would fight. But then, like, tas ayoko nga na yung main event picture nila si Roman Reigns yung nasa gitna. Gusto sabihin, like, Punk deserves that central, in the poster more, man. Pero wala.
Pero kasi, dito, it's, packaging Roman Reigns kasi is, he's thinking that he's the conniving pa rin na, and, tuso na tribal chief, yet, there's something brewing on his back na hindi niya alam na, di ba? Ano mangyayari?
Yeah, honestly, like, so, mas excited pa ako sa night 1 kaysa sa night 2.
Ewan ko nga kung anong where's The Rock in all of this? Diba?
Yeah, para ano nangyari? Di ba dapat magpakita ka rin with John Cena? And then, it became Cena selling out to Cena crying kasi hindi siya mahal ng fans. Boo! They always boo me.
Parang, who helped Cena realize that? Kasi parang later lang yan later in life mo lang na-realize sa ganyan, tas ngayon ka lang napuno, di ba?
Oo.
Alam mo, parang talent lang ni Cena yung nagkikerry ng promos, pero like may inconsistencies nga.
Doon sa story, it's not that solid.
Tama. I think Cena will win talaga.
Lumabas ka na kasi Rock. Kasi
wala, mahal siya . Parang once a month lang siya pwede.
Putik na yan. Siya na nga may-ari ng ng TKO. Siya na nga sa board member, tas ayaw pa niya magpakita.
Ganda yung board meeting yan. The Rock. Bakit The Rock? Mahal ang bayad sa'yo. Babayaran kita magpakita. Sige, The Rock. Ganun ba yan?
Yes.
Ganun ba yan?
Ganun.
Hindi kita kayang bayaran, The Rock. Bakit The Rock?
Hindi ka worth it, The Rock.
Hindi ka worth it.
Talaga, The Rock. Hindi na mo, The Rock.
Kaya ka walang iya talaga. Yeah. Anyway, yun nga. Malapit ng WrestleMania and dami nating nag-aabang and
mag-prediction tayo a week before.
Yeah, a week before. Yeah, tama, mag-episode tayo a week before that.
Sige. Also sakto secret show. Also viewing party. And actually secret show
1 week after yata .
April 27 pa 'yun.
Alright. Yeah.
And I think Sige,
yung gusto mo na pag-usapan na Avengers.
Yun nga. Oo, tama, Avengers.
Gusto ako nun, hindi ko na-check yun .
Oo. Really?
Bakit what's hyping people up for the Avengers? Anong nangyari? Hindi na ako sa balita. Masyado akong naging busy sa work, tsaka yung animated series na Pantheon, tsaka Common Side Effects. Ano rin yun? It's actually really good. Yun lang. Kaya nawala ako sa loop.
Yeah, kasi dito, the cast is much bigger compared to the Endgame. Endgame roster. Diba? Kasi kung isipin mo, and then X-Men. X-Men are coming, they're now, being integrated na to the MCU. And ito hindi yung X-Men ng the last either the first class. Ito yung X-Men nung nung 20, kailan ba yung
2000
Yes, 2000s era pa.
Alright, this is gonna be awesome.
Diba?
May trailer na ba?
Wala pa.
So basically, yung nangyari kasi 2 days ago, biglang magkakaroon nga ng Avengers Doomsday na trailer. And the trailer is just mga cast seats.
Yeah.
Yung sa likod ng upuan nila. So yung pinakauna si Chris Hemsworth and then followed by multiple. Yung iba naman, like expected, like sila Shang-Chi. Pero may iba unexpected, which is si X-Men. Na si Professor X, Cyclops, Storm, I think?
Si Magneto,
yeah.
Oh.
So basically,
si Beast ata, Nasama.
So basically, not the entire cast, like yung pinakahanap nila si Famke Janssen, wala si Anna Paquin, wala Nightcrawler na doon.
Later on.
Baka later on, pero yun nga pwedeng cameo nga lang rin siya. Kasi yun yung difference na Endgame sa kanang Doomsday cast reboot.
Din ata nandun, diba? Sino yun? Si Gambit.
Yes, Channing Tatum.
Yes.
Yung thing with Endgame kasi is, lahat ng actors and actresses lumabas doon have been active in the movies. This one, parang like, I don't know, it's starting to feel a bit like Wolverine versus Deadpool na naman na
bigla yung siningit na lang nila.
So let's see. And actually, yung pinaka-curious ako is will Chris Hemsworth make a huge return as Cap or like, again, cameo lang ba siya? Si Robert Downey, like, medyo warning tayo na the movie's hype is based on Chris Hemsworth and Robert Downey Jr. So that means Phase 4 and I think 5 na ba? Isn't doing as well as they were hoping, I think.
Yeah. Kasi feeling ko parang wrestling. Ginadraw nila yung mga lumang sila Hogan, ganyan. And then, tayong fans lang din na madi-disappoint in the end. Pero, I wanna give it a chance.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Smither chance, pero parang, parang nawawala na yung originality ng unang phase 1, phase 2 ng ano mo yun? Parang, cameo na lang tayo ulit. Ganun.
Not exactly the originality. It's more of, before phase 1, before phase 2, superhero movies like this were not normal. The original Avengers was not normal. Kahit Iron Man in the first place, when we watched it, we were like, damn, pwede pala yung mukhang Iron Man talaga. But then, we became jaded because Marvel kept on churning out these great movies na ngayon, it's new generation. It's so hard for them to do something terribly unique because
they keep on raising the bar that now they cannot even reach it.
So it's hard. So
at this point, I'm supporting DC talaga kasi they're, how can I say this? Mas promising sila para sa akin kasi they're quite new, pero yun, parang kaya doon ako nagba-branch out of Marvel. Kasi parang gusto ko nang bigyan ng chance yung iba. Sadly nga lang, katulad ng Bloodshot ni Vin Diesel, hindi siya gumana, which is a comic book movie. Ako, I'm wishing for other comic book movies na hindi Marvel to prosper naman. To be honest, ako, sawa na rin talaga ako
Ako naman, like, I'm doing both. Like, you can do both. Like, si Marvel naman kasi, like yan, I watched Shazam 2. Even if, like, maraming haters nun, dude, I liked it. Like, there was a scene that unicorns switch sides because they ate Skittles. And I liked that. Like, it was such a fun movie. Captain America, pinanood ko yung Brave New World. I like Sam Wilson. I like what they're trying to do. Yes, it's not as great as the first Avenger. It's not as great as the Civil War. But I had fun. I don't regret churning out money to watch this movie. Dude, even Miss Marvel's like, I feel like I'm not gonna say it's the best movie series pa rin. but it's fun. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that na, watch a movie, have fun. You don't need to overanalyze it. And when Superman comes out, I'm gonna watch too kasi I'm curious how it's gonna be.
I am excited.
Yeah. Like, hindi rin ako critical sa movie, sa show na parang, shit, dapat may abs to. Like, ano ka ba bawal?
Hindi. Sobra na yun, actually.
Like, honestly, yung nga sa akin, the Snyder fans, kaya lang naman ako naiinis is because they tended to, ang kulit nila sa pag-aangat ng bangko ng Snyder films, na parang, they're doing at the expense of other films. Na parang, sige, kasi mga Marvel fans kayo hindi nyo mag-gets. I'm like, like, alam mo, okay lang sa akin na kanya-kanya tayo, but then if you insulting other fandoms.
I'm gonna say, Snyder films, yung mga movie ni Snyder, except yung
300.
Justice League, yung mga DC, yung Snyder cut ng Justice League. Pero nung napanood ko yung ganda nun, sobrang ganda nung Snyder cut. Nag-expect talaga ako na ibabalik na yung universe nun eh. Which is sad na hindi. Pero yung mga ibang movies, talagang pinagtanggol ko pa talaga yun eh. Nung panahon na yun, yung Batman v Superman. Nung lumabas yun, parang, okay lang yan. Tsaka yung unang Justice. Hindi, maganda siya. Pero deep inside talagang, hindi ko matig.
Dude, like, sorry, dito ako eh. I watched Zack Snyder Justice League cut. Is it better than the original, the Joss Whedon version? Yes, of course. Kasi Joss Whedon came in after 80% of the film was done. The direction to him was make it more Marvel-like. So, like, sobrang iba nung tone.
Sobrang iba.
But when I watched the Snyder cut, I'm like, nagigets ko tuloy kung bakit gusto nila i-cut yung movie. Kasi there were so many story elements that could have been taken out. It could have been tighter. And when Superman came in and returned, I'm like, wala na. Useless na yung buong Justice League. Like, it was just about Superman being able to beat the bad guy after binugbog ng bad guy the rest of the Justice League. I'm like, so I tried. I really tried. I even watched yung extended cut ni Batman vs Superman. I wanted to give it a chance. I really wanted to give it a chance. Tapos nung pinapanood ko siya, okay. Medyo gets ko yung ibang like, I wish he was able to make it tighter and still have the story make sense. I don't have to watch the extended cut to make it make sense. But then, when that line came in, the infamous
Martha.
I'm like,
na-weirdohan din ako nun eh. Actually, may friend ako, shoutout Renzel kung nanonood ka. Sabi niya, okay naman yung explanation niya. Pero kasi, yun yung parang nag-show, sila eh. Show don't tell. Parang ganun.
Yeah. It's the delivery, it's the line. Like, yun yung actually, dyan ako galit na galit. Like, Snyder fans will be like, you just don't get that scene. I'm like, we're not stupid. We get the scene. We understand what it's supposed to do for Superman to humanize him. But that line and the delivery is so bad. The line itself shouldn't have been written. Like, I don't know if there's a way to deliver it properly, but it feels like a line that's like, oh, we're so smart because because their names are the same. Let's keep it in the movie, even if down the production line, people are like, this doesn't make sense. Like, ang pangit niya. No, it's so smart. Like, sorry, like,
it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to
maybe we
can... Naging ganun din ako at that point eh. Kasi ako, I want both to prosper talaga.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Batman fan and I'm a Avengers, Spider-Man fan. Seeing them fight over it, parang it's nuts, pero at the same time, gusto ko rin talaga mag-prosper DC.
Oh, yeah.
Parang, guys, let's not gatekeep it. At the same time, DC, step up!
Yun nga, when they announced, they have a new director, I'm like, it wasn't a DC problem. I'm sorry for Snyder fans. I like his Sucker Punch. I like his 300. I like his Watchmen. But get him away from the DC films. We need someone new. Kasi may isa akong podcast na pinakinggan eh. The bad thing about Snyder is he has his own version of who Superman is. The thing I love the most about the Joss Whedon cut is when Superman came in, symbol of hope. Even with that bad phone footage na pangit yung ano niya, it showed hope. It showed that he was one of the people. Snyder shot him in a way na he's above the people. That's why
he's a god. He's a god.
He's a god. He's ubermensch. That's why the shots are like this. Not like nakatingala ang mga tao sa kanya. That's why in the Snyder cut, binugbog niya yung villain by himself. Kasi he's above all of them. So, may lack of understanding si Snyder sa basic tenets na mga to. Now, if you look at it as an S-Words movie, go ahead, good. No problem. But we need something na...
Pero I think kasi dito ini-establish pa lang ni Snyder yung his quote-unquote Snyderverse. Kasi nga, meron pa siyang mga stories to tell in between, sa mga after that. Kasi dito, kung isipin mo, yun nga di ba yung nagkaroon nung Nightmare Batman dun sa Snyder Cut, di ba? Pinakita yung video na yun. And then, kasi nga dito, Superman supposedly would turn his back to humanity.
Yes.
To humanity.
Very Elseworlds.
Di ba? And yun nga dito, how can you defeat such a person as Superman na parang yun nga Diyos, di ba?
Batman with preparation.
Yeah, Batman with preparation. That's it.
Actually, nag-get ko yung
it somehow nga hindi siya nagme-make sense kung bakit dito, 'di ba? Batman na 'di ba? Na dito may dala-dala na kryptonite na tao lang, tas tatalunin mo yung ganong somehow philosophically it would some mental gymnastics with
Batman fan ka, hindi. Batman, he's Batman. That's it. There's no mental gymnastics.
Okay. Ako, nag-grow out ko na yung because he's Batman.
No. Don't grow out. Don't grow out of it. That's the reality.
kasi talagang seryoso like, not every superhero or supervillain Batman can beat. Kasi, kasi yun yung pinaka-ayaw kong nangyayari. Like, he can do this without, with preparation, with prep.
Yes!
Like, yun. Like, may isang episode na napanood with Justice League The Animated. Na-figure out niya. Kasi wala siyang prep time. So, dun mo malalaman na Batman really needs the Justice League.
Yeah.
Kasi, with, may, yun yung, kalimutan ko si Amazo ba yun? Yung, basta yung guy na kaya niya mag-change into something chemicals, ganyan.
Yes. Tama.
Doon sa episode na yun, so parang, na-figure out ni Batman yun. Wala. Anong prep time? No? Hindi naman lahat kailangan, hindi talaga lahat may prep time eh. Hindi mo mape-prep lahat.
Yeah.
Kasi standard yun eh. Kaya, parang, yun yung gusto ko sa animated universe na yung kinalakihan ko na Batman, na Justice League. Kasi dun pinapakita nila na they really need each other. Kasi sa Justice League na to na Superman, update, pabatik lang natin kay Superman. Dito lang kami tatambay lang kami dito. Bahala ka na dyan, okay ka na? Okay. Sige.
Okay. Para solo leveling lang.
Solo leveling lang siya.
I think siguro pagtuloy na lang natin yung ganitong usapan sa susunod, no? I think we already exceeded 1 hour. I think we need to end our episode na. Pag-usapan na lang natin ito ulit. Together siguro pag-usapan
hindi natin napag-usapan yung Avengers Doomsday casting napag-usapan natin DC versus Marvel.
Sorry, ako ata nagdala nun doon.
Okay lang yan. Next time natin pag-usapan kasama ito mga Gundam
labas ko ang aking favorite Gundam na binili ko first time ko mag-Bandai ulit in a long time.
Nice.
Sonari Zaku.
Nice.
Yes.
Ako papakita ko yung napakaganda kong binuo.
Wow, yes.
Wow. Ayan, sige. With that, before we end our episode, shoutouts muna ulit. John.
Ako, as usual, JL Geekery, bili na kayo ng shits. Si El Tindero, pakibabaan po yung TF ninyo, mahal-mahal ng professional fee ninyo.
Kala ko ba pagkain lang at tubig lang sapat na para kayo?
Hindi, mahal siya. Basically yung ginawa ni Eugene kanina. El Tindero, magkano PF mo? 1,000 po. Masyadong mahalin. Ganyan nangyayari. Shoutout rin sa Puso Wrestling. Like, despite all of my criticisms, like, todo support naman ako sa kanila. As in, like, they've been, I think for me naman, they've been doing a good job. And sa akin talaga, different flavors lang naman, FPW, Puso Wrestling. That's why I still support naman Rex Lawing going to FPW kasi I think he'll fit in there. Yung natutuwa ako kasi pinapag-usapan natin kanina, sa inyo FPW, like, sobrang hardcore ni Robin, yung hard hitting. Meanwhile, ako pinapag-usapan ko na sinasalo niya yung maliit na babae at iniit siya. Like, very different. But, yun yung maganda ngayon sa Philippines. As in, sorry, tangent lang. I talked to may Indian documentary film makers doon. They're trying to document wrestling in Australia, in India, in Japan, in Philippines. And nagulat sila kasi they're amazed na local wrestling is so alive here. Wrestling in India, sobrang mas malaki, but like, and they even have a great Kali school there, but it's not maganda raw yung pagkagawa. So, they're amazed, and I'm so happy now we have different flavors of wrestling here.
Yeah.
So, shout out to the Puso Wrestling roster kasi I really enjoy you guys, and you're always nice pag nandiyan kami. Pag nagmi-meet and greet. So, shout out to them. I'm looking forward to your next 2 shows.
Yep.
And shout out to my wife.
Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to my wife na hindi ko nasamahan magbenta this morning.
Nasa Toycon? Sa Toycon?
Hindi. May minute siyang client for PS5 disk drive.
Yeah.
Iniwan ko siya.
Okay, sige. Eugene.
Go.
Shoutout sa mga co-workers ko kung nanonood kayo. Good. Alright. Kung sabi niyo naman ako kapag wala tayong geeky stuff na pinag-uusapan eh. Shoutout sa mga kapatid ko. Salamat sa mga support niyo. Sila kuya. Salamat sa shoutout sa nanay ko. Shoutout sa mga kaibigan ko. Hala at your boy. Shoutout sa gusto ko shoutout sa Quentin tsaka sa Kawangis team. Hi. Also shoutout din sa ako na yung Karakoa Comics. May magpapakita ulit kami, i-promote ko na. Magdadala ako ng 5 sa WrestleMania Day 1, magpapagames tayo, may trip to Jerusalem, tsaka may may pabitin. Meron pang hotdog at marshmallows. Joke lang.
Mayari tayo sa Hobby Stadium niyan.
Yari tayo doon. Magpapano ako, may 5 comic books ako na ibibigay, for free. Power of Doom Vendetta Rama Remix Part 1 for free. Magpapagames na ako. It's either baka after the show na lang. Kung gusto niyo, kung trip niyo, magpapa-wrestling trivia tayo, Whoever answers the question, may isang free copy. And 5 copies lang po dadaling ko. So, yung mga wala pang copy, join in. Yung mga may copy, next time, sa next remake na lang.
Okay, ayan. Okay. Before ako mag-shoutout, remind ko lang kayo, we have our watch party, WrestleMania watch party at Hobby Stadium, April 2021, 2025. Registration is now, reservations are now open, so please reserve na kayo. I will post the link here sa description and on the comment section. And yan shoutout na rin kay Mandy. Shoutout kay Mandy. Nagasikaso ng watch party na to. And also shoutout rin to my wife, to my family, my parents, my sister, mga kaibigan natin. Also, shoutout na rin sa mga naging guest natin this past few episodes, like sila Legendarius the Great, Dax Xaviera, Mike Madrigal, Kali Nueva, and Ralphie Mabayashi for napaka-generous nila for giving us their time for to guest here sa podcast, and hopefully they could come back again sa podcast. And also we would like to interview other wrestlers din aside from what I have sa mga nabanggit ko kanina. So
si Hakay naman.
Hakay Mateo, yeah. Hakay Mateo. Baka naman Hakay Mateo. Sa si Alien Friend.
Hakay Mateo.
Oo.
Pwede ka ba namin maging nakama?
Kasi Alien Friend.
Also, just put it out there, no? Ang napaka-surprising pala na gustong kalabanin ni Rob Imabayashi si Alien Friend.
Yeah.
Tsaka si Boss Mike gusto niya kalabanin si David Ravena.
Yeah.
Tsaka, yun din, si Ralph at tsaka sino mga isang natanong natin? Si Chino, si SJM daw, si SJM.
SJM, yeah.
Bumaye.
Okay. And that, we end our episode. Again, thank you very much to our guest co-host, Eugene and John. Thank you. Again, marami pa tayong pag-uusapan ulit. And this has been Jomar. And we end this episode. Please don't forget to like this episode. And to also share na rin episode and also to follow and subscribe our YouTube channel Geeks Around Nowhere. We also have socials. We have our Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. Wala kami sa X or sa Twitter kasi ewan ko na lang, we don't like Elon Musk.
Yes. Yeah, also Friendster daw. And
with that we end our episode. Again, thank you very much to Eugene and John for being here again.
Sa susunod na chikahan.
Susunod na chikahan. Pwede nang matulog ngayong tanghali. Okay, and with that, we end our episode. This has been Jomar. We are Geeks Out of Nowhere.
Out of Nowhere.
Goodbye. See you next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.